Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to hike I go. Hi-ho, 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 it's off to hike I go. Hi-ho, 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 hi-ho. Just taking a look at the Cline Pinto parking lot Saturday, so probably lots of folks out walking around.
She abandoned us in the last few years and took up the van lifestyle. No, actually, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I bet you take these places.
Alrighty, just taking off from the Cline River Trailhead. Going 7 kilometers or so with JT and Marty.
Gentlemen.
It's packed, it's nice, there's a gradual incline, and I think it's, pretty cruisy after this,
I
right?
think we're almost halfway to Turkey. We'll go have a lunch at Turkey or something.
Yeah, packed off.
So just came up from Entry Creek, steep little climb there. It's a camp spot that Marty's been at before. I actually camped just down there a few years ago. But this is their spot over here.
You left the tents here? No, packed everything. Come here, from there to here, camp, everything. From here to over there, it's 2 kilometers.
So you climb up the ridge for about 300, 400 meters, and it splits off to the right down to the Entry Creek.
Still need to go a little bit back.
Snowshoes on, got a little bit off trail, trying to locate it again. And we got here. Oh, we got some wood? No way. Good job, man. Woo! Look at that view.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta take the long way.
Alrighty, so Jay went and got us some wood. We got these long pieces right here. These are the perfect pieces. You can chop these into like 18-inch pieces, and they're perfect to build a fire with. And Marty's doing what I should have done a better job in previous winter hikes, is digging out the fireplace. So you want to build it on the ground, and you don't want to build it on something that's just going to melt into a gigantic puddle. We're a little worried about the wind tonight. It's kind of beautiful right now, but when that sun goes away, it'll get pretty cold. But we've also heard that 6 o'clock, the wind will die down. Talk to you soon.
Go ahead. He wants to videotape you. You fucking avoid the video. You avoid the camera
I'm
like
not
the
a camera guy.
We have the star of the show today.
Where's got Spark?
I got one right here. So you can see clearly that we've dug this out deeper, and the last fire pit we had, the walls are a lot higher. But really the key is dry, lots of dry small wood. So we'll see how this goes. We're not going to use a fire starter right away. I'm just going to see if it goes.
No, we're cheating. He's using a fire starter.
Oh, now we're going to use a fire starter to get started off here.
There's not a lot of rocket science in this.
Whatever you like, man.
Before you start your fire, have all your fuel readily available. The last thing you want to do is get a little fire going and then not have your fuel source close by. So your intermediate sticks, make sure you have those close by. As soon as those burn down and you don't have the intermediate ones and you start to throw these on, then you're like Wally and your fire goes out.
Yes. So hopefully this is going to be a really quick process here.
Hopefully.
That's a fire starter right there. So that's some sort of...
That's a Zip brand fire starters designed for starting cold briquette barbecues.
Ah.
But they work just great for that.
What sort of chemical substance is it? Do you know?
Well, it's kind of like a little piece of foam that's been soaked in naphtha. And in the old days, they used to sell it as a brick, and you'd have to break off chunks off the brick, and it would stink. But these individually wrapped ones are like... And JT's being very generous right now. He's putting a whole one in there. I guarantee you, on kindling that's this dry, he could have probably gotten that going with a half a chunk. Fire's going. Actually monitoring your balance of carbohydrates and protein or whatever. It's just fuel.
So all right, we got dinner started. I got my chicken breast going in the pan there. JT's got some garlic butter melting, and for his, what are you going in the garlic butter?
Saute the potatoes, onions, and mushrooms in there.
He's got a steak going on the grill over there. I think Marty is getting some snow for his potatoes, probably.
Nope. Potato was nuked.
6:22, and dinner is served. So at 9:30, got in the tent, calling it an evening. Trying my new sleeping bag out. Let you know how it goes in the morning. It's -20. Already feels more than warm enough. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
How did you sleep?
Like a baby. I don't
good.
know why we say that expression. I have 4 babies and they never sleep. Like a puppy. That's better.
There you
Sleep
go.
Like a puppy.
Like a puppy. It's about 8:45. I gotta get back to work in Jasper, so I'm packing up early. Just sort of in the process right now. This is a great little camp if you ever come up here. We don't have a name for it yet, but about 8 kilometers up from the Cline River Valley. This is a great tree right here. You could hang 10 different items on this tree, so that's awesome.
You go straight to Lake of the Falls is in that valley between that far peak, and it's truly on the other side of that peak.
Yeah, gotcha. That's a beautiful morning so far. Maybe it's 0 degrees. Great day for a hike out. For me, it's pretty much all downhill. And these guys are going to be spending another day here up at Turkey Point. So that was our break spot in the first day, which they got a great bench to sit on tomorrow. I don't even know if, or today, I don't even know if the chairs will come out with that amazing bench. Thank you, Jay. All right, so it's 9:22. I said I'd be on the road by 9:30. So, gentlemen, it was a pleasure. Thank you very much for having me. And we'll do it again soon.
Safe walk.
Thank you. So, it's about 8 kilometers out. Yesterday was mostly uphill. Today will be mostly downhill. And yeah, just following the tracks that we laid yesterday. There's a section coming up about 250 meters or so where we did that long detour. So I'm gonna make sure I don't follow those tracks there and go on the proper trail. You really do need snowshoes here. Snow's about a foot deep, and just allows you to sort of float on top of the snow instead of plunging down with your boots. But yeah, I've given myself 4 hours to get back to the trailhead, 3 hours to drive back to Jasper, and that's probably an extra 2 hours more than what I'll need. So anyways, head down there, back towards home. Alrighty, so this is where we came onto the trail from before. You can see as we're walking over that wasn't trail. And this is trail because it's open like a trail, and there's a marker up there. So that marker is where you orientate from. So that marker there, clearly not through here. Clearly not through here, but so, oh, almost fell over. Hard to spin around in snowshoes. So going this way will take me on that long detour that we went yesterday, and it sort of says it should go this way, but what I'm looking for is another marker, and I don't see one here. I know generally where I'm supposed to go, it's not a big deal, but I would go this way, but then there's those bushes there, and if there's a trail there, those bushes wouldn't be there. So I am a little bit puzzled. Did I miss it over here? Right, clearly the trail here. There's a marker up there. Where do you go here? Alright, so I'm going to go where I think it is, and it's following here, and then this way. But almost immediately, I don't feel it's right because of these plants right here. But I'll keep going this way and see if that goes well for me. So I've gone another 100 meters or so, and all I'm following is this, slightly sunken in area where all the branches are broken down. But then when I look up there, zoom in, you can see right there, there's a marker. So go to that marker, go find the next marker. So I've gone about 200 meters since I've split off from where we did our meander yesterday. I'm pretty sure that down here is where we split off, but when I went down there, I don't know if you can see too well, it's just overgrown. It's not that clear path through. So I come back to this marker here, and now when Marty and Jay get here, they're gonna see me go that way. And then I've gone over here a bit, I check out over there, but I'm not sure. I think I'm just gonna go down that way and bushwhack through. I came back up here to see if there's any other markers that I could see. And maybe it's over there, but that looks like it goes down a bit of a ravine, and that doesn't make sense. So some of the joy of figuring stuff out here, I'm gonna keep going down that way. So no matter what, I'm gonna run across our trail because it's north. We went north when we should have been coming down here more south yesterday. So I'm gonna hit our trail as long as I continue north that way. And even if it's not on the actual trail, I can backtrack along where we took our alternate yesterday to figure out exactly where we're gonna be. Fun getting out of here this morning so far. So I definitely lost a trail in the last 100 meters or so, but I've come across our old tracks from yesterday. So all I'm gonna do is follow these tracks back to the trail, and then I'll have easy going after that. So this is where we felt the trail was yesterday, and this tree come down and blocked it. So we went around there and then went to the right. But I'm looking up here, I don't see an obvious trail running straight ahead. It looks like there's things blocking stuff off. So this is where I lost the trail yesterday, but it's not obvious where else we go after this. So who knows? Straight out this way. Not straight, but I have a definite trail to follow now. Alright, so just put the head down to Entry Creek. It's 10:30, so it took me, just after 10, so it took me just over half an hour to get my way back down here. Only really wandered to find my path for about 3 or 4 minutes, but always good to make sure to find the right path, or the right direction at least, because you can spend a lot of time fucking around going in the wrong direction instead of in the beginning just trying to figure out where you're gonna go. So back down Entry Creek here, looking like a beautiful day. Take the snowshoes off here, quick break, a little water, and then keep moseying. So other than Entry Creek, my entire walk has been in shade today because I've been behind this ridgeline. But once you get up here, take a left, then you head down pretty much the rest of the way, so should pick up my speed here. But that is 3.5 kilometers in an hour and a bit. A little bit of a break. Oh my goodness. Look, it's a Cliff Bar that I ate yesterday. Oh, well, glad I found that. I hate to think of leaving garbage behind. There we go. Beautiful day. Gotta be 0 degrees. Yeah, heading down here. Alrighty, so head down here. This is like the steepest part of the path. It's either that or that steep trail, and this one I think is more direct. So down there, and down there, then across the bridge over there. And then up, and that's the last climb, and then down to the lake. So you start the trail with a couple liters of water, fresh from the tap, drink that. In winter, there's not always a creek, so you start melting snow. But you get sticks and pine needles and everything inside of it, so it's kind of, hey, we call it the dirty water. It's still good, it's not dirty, but it's sometimes spitting things out. So when you get an opportunity to come out to a creek, grab some fresh creek water like I did over here, always better. Got something like 3 kilometers left to the trailhead. Alright, starting here at the highway. Could be still a kilometer away. It's amazing how far things travel in winter, sound does. But I'm thinking I'm about 300 to 400 meters from the end here. So I'll probably sign off here. Thanks for watching and follow along. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho.
Hi ho, hi ho, it's off to hike I go. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, it's off to hike I go. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho.